Adding refrigerant to an old Jeep. Step 1, find an old Jeep that needs refrigerant. Here's an old Jeep that needs refrigerant.
I think there's only one button to turn this thing on.
What's the problem? It just won't turn on?
Well, they think this is the only button here there is to turn on.
Is that the only button you've ever used?
Well, as far as I can remember, it's been so damn long since I've used it. Seemed like there was another button to push, but it says max, off and max.
Well, let's add some refrigerant and see if that fixes it.
Okay.
I like to use this type of gauge. It's about $10, $12, maybe more, but it has a gauge on it. Some of them don't have a gauge.
Oh, okay.
It's not really, there's not that much to it, but at least it has a gauge.
Well,
Then to use this thing, first thing you do is you make sure that that piercing valve is backed all the way out.
Oh, okay.
And once it's backed all the way out, then you can screw it onto the can.
Is that fun?
Once you get the can screwed onto the valve thing, then you got to run the piercing valve down like this. Poke the hole in the can and then stop it, see?
Oh, okay.
That backs it up. And then, so you don't put any air into your system, you let a little bit out. Just barely running like that. Just barely running. You just barely hear it coming out that end.
Okay.
And then when you go to put it on, find out which one of these you put it on. Well, that's easy. For one thing, this only fits on one size. And it's going to be your evaporator, your suction line. And it's usually always going to be the fat one here.
The biggest one, huh?
The biggest one is the one you always add refrigerant to. If you follow that up, it goes to right here.
Okay.
Take that off. Look down in there to make sure there's nothing you're going to force in there. Make sure you got a little bit of refrigerant leaking out. Just a little tiny bit. And then it's a quick coupler. You put it on there like that. Now, go ahead and start your car. I lost that cap. Maybe it just fell on the ground. I don't know. There's the cap. Anyway, once the engine's running, you got the air conditioning set on max. The air conditioning set on max. I know it's not running because I can see the clutch isn't turning. So he said he's got it on. We're going to go ahead and back the valve out now. And then turn the can upside down so it'll go in there real fast. Watch the gauge. Feel the can getting cooler. That's a good sign. That means it's going out of the can. It gets cooler. Yeah, it's emptying in there. It's emptying in there, but it hasn't kicked on yet. Once it builds up a little pressure, the clutch ought to kick in. Can you see the clutch isn't kicked in?
I can't see that.
It's don't touch it up, but that right there, that's the clutch, and it hasn't kicked in yet.
Well, does it need another can then?
Well, I'm not. He hasn't taken all this yet. It doesn't go in as fast unless the compressor's running. gonna take a little bit. When it builds up enough pressure, it kicks in. Notice the gauge is right between blue and green, so it's right between low and filled. So this is can 2, and it's probably going to need about another half a can, maybe a can. Thanks for watching. This gauge will show the airspeed coming out of the vent on top, 14.5 miles an hour, and then it shows the temperature of the air on the bottom. It's showing 107.7, 107.8, 108. This is the air conditioning when it didn't have any refrigerant in it. We'll check it when we have refrigerant. We'll see what kind of temperature we get out of it then. I know it's hard to read, but it says 57.8 degrees Fahrenheit, 58 degrees Fahrenheit. I forgot to video the Jeep, but that's what I was getting on the Jeep too, so I stuck this on my old work truck, and they're the same. They have basically the same setup in them, and it cools very good. You should expect, it's about 98 degrees outside right now, and I'm getting about 56, 57 degrees coming out of my register at idle in my truck. If I was going down the highway, it would be a lot cooler than that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Good boy. Hey, Daniel, what's up?
Oh, he licked his lips.
No.
Went away. That was cute. Hey, you were cute for a minute.